I won't say they've won it, but I will say it's Liverpool's title to lose now.
Yeah, it would be catastrophic if they threw this away now, having got themselves in the position they had. And they've got themselves in a position because of Arne Slot. I mean, again today, he made a decision not to play centre forward. I thought he would because Jota's fit. I understood previously switching Gakpo and Diaz in there because it was only Núñez. Jota haven't had his injury problems, but today he decided not to do that, and he had Jones and Szoboszlai kind of in between the midfield and the front line, and it absolutely worked a treat from a defensive point of view. Obviously Robertson and Alexander-Arnold were the target for Manchester City, but everybody got around them and made sure that they never got the opportunity really to hurt Liverpool. And then going forward, particularly Szoboszlai was running in behind, as we saw, for his goal, and just got everything right. I mean, the tactics was spot on up until the first goal. I can't honestly say I was saying, oh, the tactics are great, because Liverpool didn't see an awful lot of the ball until they went one up. And then after that, they were just, although they didn't have as much of the ball as City, it just felt as though they were really in control of what was happening on the field. And in the end, when the final whistle goes, it's one of them. Well, that was actually not as bad as we thought it was going to be.
I think I think measured. In control, even when they didn't have the ball. At times in the first half, they pressed when they wanted to, and at other times they didn't. And in the second half, they didn't press very much. They just kept a very good shape. And Van Dijk and Konate just marshalled the back four. And if you look at the possession, and I heard Guardiola saying after the game, I think it was to Jan actually for the Norwegian channel, obviously doing the interview in English because I'm sure he's Norwegian, Mr. Guardiola is not great. We played a really good game. I didn't see that. I didn't see it. They had lots of the ball because Liverpool, well, in my opinion, Liverpool let them have the ball. And then when they coughed it up, or Liverpool won it back, I thought when Liverpool broke, at times in that game, it was majestic to watch. Do you remember the one in the 35th minute? When Alisson rolls out to Konate, it goes into full-back, they're outside the penalty area, they play it around, it goes into the midfield, it's Szoboszlai this time who's dropped it off, he has a magnificent touch, all of a sudden they're running at this back four again, they've decimated the midfield of City for the umpteenth time, and it gets fed into Salah, all of a sudden Alexander-Arnold makes the overlap, and only a poor choice from him meant that it went out for a corner. It was, and the guy said it in commentary, what a goal that would have been. And I think that summed Liverpool up. Whenever they wanted to change gear and do that, they could. To me, and this for the last 3 or 4 years has been the big game in England. You know, Klopp and Guardiola, two unbelievable teams. To me, Liverpool toyed, a bit like Real Madrid did. Let's be honest, Real Madrid did it. Liverpool toyed with Man City today. They said, have your possession. We're in control of this game. And whenever Liverpool wanted to get it in, and Jones making runs, or Stevie said, Szoboszlai dropping deep, or Salah's threat in behind, whatever it was, they picked and chose whenever they wanted to go and attack this City team. It was very measured.
Very measured and majestic as well, says Craig. Frank, do you agree?
I do agree. Everything was perfect. Everything was spot on. I mean, I'm going to say something against Mr. Slot because he said nobody saw us in that position. Yes, I saw them. I was lucky, but I predicted them to win the Premier League. But I never thought they would be that perfect.
Yeah.
We were expecting to see them.
Stop!
Yeah, well, you know what? But I'm right. For once, I have to say it. No. I said, and before the beginning, that Liverpool would win because there was, I mean, the era of Manchester United has been proven over, and I love that the fact that the way I see football has finally won against the way that Guardiola sees football, and the era of possession to be annoyed and bored about watching a game, where, in contrary, with Mr. Klopp, But now with Mr. Slot, we see vertical football, fast reaction, efficiency, and not possession. It's what I like. And Arno Slot has been majestic everywhere. I mean, the tactic today, the personnel that he used today to win, the set pieces, the corner kick that when Salah scored, everything was potent. Everything was perfect. And he showed that the era of success from Guardiola is over, and now we are starting a new era where football has to be rethought.
It was interesting, the John Szoboszlai's selection in terms of where they played. Yeah. He's clearly looked at this back four of City, and particularly, my back's gone, particularly those centre backs, and whoever it was. I mean, we weren't expecting it to be Ake and Kusanov. Obviously, Diaz was, I believe, dropped. But he's thinking, whoever plays there, if those two guys, you know, Szoboszlai and Curtis Jones, they won't play up top, they'll drop off. One of those centre-halves will get sucked in. And when they get sucked in, Liverpool will pick them off in behind from a Salah run or whoever it was, Diaz making a diagonal run. And if they don't get sucked in, then they'll have extra bodies in midfield. So he played a blinder in that one. He knew what the weak spot was. The weak spot was the midfield and the centre-half positions or the back four. And he played two guys in there that was a real head-scratcher for the City midfield and the City backline. Because where do we go with these guys? Do we step in? Do we not? And which one is dropping off? And it really confused them, and it worked really, really well.
In a lot of ways, we should have seen this coming, though. Because if you look at City, the two biggest problems they have, clearly on the defensive side, when teams get at them quickly, they have no idea how to deal with it. Absolutely none. And the City we see today is a team that going forward has no change of gear. It's one-paced. And they're so caught up with the possession that they end up letting, regardless of whether it's Liverpool or anybody else right now, they let them get back into positions to defend. And so when you've no change of pace, you're getting nowhere. The opposition can get bodies in front of you, and then when you cough the ball up, bang, you're getting at a back line that doesn't defend together and leaves holes all over the place. And it was two, it could have been and should have been more.